Hello, this is Jacqueline Bowman coming to you on day 2 of Self Care Week EU. Please retweet, please comment, please give me your own experiences. Hashtag SCWEU, and our Twitter handle is self_care_EU. Okay, let's get into it. So, day 2. The main theme of today is about taking a life cycle approach to self-care. Now, as many of you know already, because you've been following, I'm also an obesity patient. I underwent bariatric surgery over 2 years ago. I'm 100 pounds down. Google me and you'll see. I'm also an autoimmune Hashimoto's patient and was diagnosed finally about 15 years ago. Now, what I actually wanted to talk about today in my own story, which I'm charting, is a bit of a confession. Now, as many of you know, I also volunteer as part of the EASO, so the European Association for the Study of Obesity Patient Council, and I volunteer on the communications group, just so there's no conflict of interest with my day job. And a few months ago, as I was being onboarded into the group, I was actually asked to write down my obesity story. I found this a really, really tough task to do. And I'm happy to say that as part of my Self-Care Week EU journey, I finally sent in the first draft today. So you'll see that on various blogs, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Now, you may say, well, why is she talking about this? Actually, it's because today's theme for Self-Care Week EU is all about a life cycle approach. And when I was drafting this piece, it really struck home to me how there were so many signs of what was going on in terms of my thyroid health, so autoimmune Hashimoto's, in terms of where I was going mentally with the obesity, how things were really starting to culminate. And because I kept on looking at things as or different situations just in a silo, and I wasn't really taking into account how other members of my family maybe had the same sorts of symptoms and had dealt with differently, it never occurred to me that there was something that I could do to actually stop the further aggravation of my various health challenges. So that's why I wanted to give that message in terms of when you're thinking through your self-care, don't just think about one isolated aches and pains. Think about, go back and think, what is it in my life that is the root cause of everything that's going on with me? What can I do in terms of my mental well-being every day? I meditate. What can I do in terms of making sure that my brain is really functioning and that I'm energized during my day? Look at your nutrition, optimize it. Don't just scrape through what the various indexes tell you. Look at it from your perspective. What needs to happen for you to feel energized? And most importantly, don't be afraid to actually have the discussion with those around you. So my husband, for instance, has been extremely supportive all the way through. Firstly, he thought, why is she having this discussion? Now, actually, we've organized so that I can manage my various chronic diseases very nicely through the nutrition so that everything is energized. I take a life cycle approach. I go out for at least a half-hour walk just about every day, and I feel so much better. So I guess that's the message that I'm giving and the tips that I'm giving. Do not think that you're a hypochondriac, because sometimes it could be something as simple as nutritional deficiencies. or that you're not actually literally shaking yourself up every now and again, that you're not looking at yourself holistically, or that those around you are not looking at yourself holistically, whereby you could actually be self-caring for life. Okay, end of my reflection for today. Tomorrow I'll be out and about again. Today was a bit of a more computer rest day. I'll be out and about again in Brussels tomorrow. So hopefully bringing you a couple of other interviews where we'll be talking about self-care and digital. So please retweet, please comment, and looking forward to checking in tomorrow.